What's good, collective? How is everybody doing? Hope you're doing well. We're going to get into the energies and see what spirit wants to bring some clarity and confirmation to for someone. All right, we'll just take our time, walk through it a little bit. All right, spirit, what's going on in the universe of soul? What's going on? What do you want them to know? Let's pull some tarot. Mm. Okay, we have a reverse tower. A reverse tower. Making necessary adjustments in your relationship, leaving a fragile relationship behind, navigating layoffs, avoiding risk in your career, surviving financial difficulties. Somebody could be going through a lot of change or being asked to change some things. There could be some resistance, okay? Usually the reverse tower is about resisting change, trying to hold on to something that needs to collapse. Let's see. We have the Six of Swords. Maybe you're holding on because you're thinking that something, as it relates to a relationship, some aspect of your life, could be a job, could be financial. You're hoping that it moves into calmer waters, all right? The Six of Swords says moving on from a relationship or reconciling after a difficulty, leaving a stressful work environment, regaining financial stability, applying lessons learned from the past. Okay. So if someone is resisting change, there could be a need to see what is taking place around you and apply the lesson. All right. This could be a lesson that you have been resisting to learn. Okay. Again, there could be the hope that something is going to change in a relationship or on a job or economically for you. Any aspect of your life, someone could be hoping to get into calmer waters, but at the same time, it's almost like holding on to it because of hope. All right, we'll see exactly what's going on. Because usually the reverse tower, there is a need to let the tower fall. All right. So if this is a relationship that you're holding on to, hoping that it doesn't collapse, there could be a need to let it collapse. If this is a job that you're frustrated with, that you don't necessarily feel prepared to leave, there may be a need to have faith and to leave that job, right? We have the reverse Six of Cups, struggling to move on, failing to live in the present, leaving the comfort of a familiar job, staying in a straight staying in a stagnant position, repeating negative patterns, gaining financial independence. It's definitely given that someone in the collective, take it how it reverberates, okay? The energy could be past, present, or future. Energy can change at the drop of a dime, all right? So apply it as you need to, but it's kind of giving the energy that someone could be holding on to something that it is time to let go of. Okay, it's time to let go of something that you may be trying to hold on to. Tell us more, spirit. The Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands. Passion, impulsive and unpredictable relationships, passion and energy in your work, and a sudden increase in finances, using money for travel, broadening your horizons. Yeah, something in the past that you may still be holding on to. It feels like it can't go with you in your future. And if you want to go towards your future, there's a need to let the tower moment happen. Okay? There's a need to let something collapse in order to move into this new passion, this new pursuit, this new inspiration. For that to come in, something in the past could be still in the present, right? But the energy is old, okay? The energy of that is old. You're ready to move forward, but you're still kind of hoping something will change. Give me one more of the tarot, and then we'll get into something else here. The sun. The sun. Joy and love in your relationship, feeling radiant and loved, high energy and enthusiasm at work, successful completion of projects, a strong and stable financial situation. So, Spirit is asking someone to go towards a new beginning, to go towards their future. In order to do that, there's something that needs to be released. There's the idea of something, someone, a relationship, a work dynamic, a work environment that cannot go with you. Okay. And so letting this go is going to be necessary. Tell us more about this energy, this reverse tower spirit. Tell us more about that. Because maybe you might not be seeing that something has come to an end. Okay. Something has come to an end. Shocking. You won't believe this story. Clickbait. Clickbait. Misleading headlines, empty promises, exaggerated truths, not what it seems. Holding on to something for the appearance of it, holding on to something because of the illusion of it, holding on to hope. Now, I don't know about nobody else, but I have discovered that a lot of times, if this is a relationship, a lot of times we stay stuck in the energy of being in love with somebody because what we're really in love with is the idea of them. And so we hold on to the feeling of being in love. If you're in separation, this could even be showing up as being in that phase of like love sick, like you're missing them. Okay, you're holding on to them, you think about them, you want them, right? Even though the relationship has not worked, it's still being kind of like in this energy of still wanting that individual. Okay. Now, what I have discovered is it's the hope. When you let go of the hope, you'll let go of them. When you stop hoping that it will be what you envisioned that it was going to be, you will find you will easily let go of them. Okay. So you're hoping for something that is not actually what it is. Your hope is based on um the picture you have painted in your mind. All right. Something or someone cannot live up to that picture. Okay. They can't live up to that. So, shocking. You won't believe this story. Clickbait. So, somebody in the collective, take it how it reverberates, is holding on to a narrative that's not based on reality. It's an exaggerated truth. Okay, it's an exaggerator. We have sneaky link came out in the reverse. All right. um you may be thinking something has if this is a relationship or a dynamic with someone, you may be thinking that the relationship is more serious than it actually is. You may be hoping that it will be more serious than it actually is. It's a sneaky link, but you are thinking that it is more. Okay, that it is more. So you may have an exaggerated idea of what can take place in this connection with someone. It's exaggerated. This person possibly is a hustler. Okay, was hustling you, love bombed you, maybe. All right. Side hustle, multiple incomes, extra earnings, financial security, always on my grind. I feel like if this is a relationship, there's a need to see this individual for the energy that they are in. They are in a reverse six of cups. Um, because this person may be in a hustle mode as far as it relates to being focused on other aspects of their life that they can't really be, all booed up right now. They can't be what you may want them to be because they're focused on something else. They could have been a love bomber, right? They could have made you think something was going to be more than what it was or more than what it has become. Give me a little more on this. We have the reverse six of wands. So there's failure here. There's a failure here. Something is not going to be successful. Tell me more. I think spirit needs someone in the collective to see it for what it really is. Energetically, though. And this has, it gets easier to see when you realize that someone is not really showing up towards you in a way that you deserve. Like you deserve more, you deserve better, right? But you deserve to give you more. It's not that this individual has to give you more, it's that you deserve to demand more from your relationships, from your work environment, from your job, like more pay, more better hours, whatever it is, right? Like you deserve more, but you have to be the one to see that, and you have to be the one to give you that standard and to set that standard for yourself. Once you set that standard for yourself, then you will see that, it's not so hard to walk off this little job because it ain't paying me what I'm worth anyway. So maybe it's time for me to find another one that has a better environment, that has more hours or better hours, a better scheduling, better management. Like just the whole damn job, it sucks. Why am I staying here when I have certain skills that I can put myself in a better position? I don't have to side hustle. I don't have to grind like that. You know what I'm saying? Like this feels like spirit is calling someone to raise your standard, whether it is your relationship and what you think about, being in relationships with other people, and the what you should allow in your life. Okay? Tell us more, spirit. What you should allow. Ace of Wands. What is this Ace of Wands? Taking action on something. They need you to take action on something because something's failed or it's failing. Obsessed. Okay. Okay. I feel like this is a relationship. Ace of Wands and obsessed. You're maybe hoping that something is not just a sneaky link because you enjoyed it a lot. A lot. Uh, you might be a little obsessed. Okay. Um, it's not going to reverberate for everybody. I already know that. But take it how it reverberates for who it is for. So there's some passion here that has you a little bit um stuck, nose wide open, eyes wide open. Eyes wide shut is what I just heard. Eyes wide shut. Oh, okay. Give us more on this obsessed energy. It happens. Okay. It ain't no judgment. It happens. Somebody come in and lay it down real good on you, and baby, it happens to the best of us. We have a divine partner. So you're obsessed with the idea that somebody is your divine partner. Clarify this Six of Wands. This failure here. Queen of Wands. Mm. Something has failed, but I feel like someone in the collective still wants to nurture it. You still want to nurture it. And now that we have the Ace of Wands and the obsessed and the divine partner, it could be because you are uh you're holding on to the idea that this is your person. We have the Three of Cups. You also could like, this is given that something has already failed, right? Or something's not working, but you're still sharing your energy with this individual. You're still sharing your energy. Again, hoping that something maybe possibly is going to be more than what it is. Obsessed with the idea that the passion has created this obsession that this is your person. Clarify the reverse Six of Cups and the side hustle. The World. Hmm. You're working really hard to you're struggling to move on. Living in the Failing to live in the present. You want something to be complete. Like, you want the relationship to work. You want the relationship to work. So the relationship can only work if you honor what it truly is. If you're trying to make it be what it is not, then it's not going to work. Okay? It can be a sneaky link, but you have to honor that that's what it is, right? You can't take a sneaky link and then create a whole nother narrative in your head that it's something else. It's a divine partner, right? When it's a sneaky link. Okay. When you start doing that, that's when the relation it gets a little tumultuous, because you're energetically within operating in an energy that is not in alignment with reality and what has actually shown up to you in in your 3D reality is a sneaky link. But because maybe you are wanting a divine partner, maybe your heart is ready for a divine partner, maybe you are, in the season you feel of manifesting a divine partner, all of that is beautiful, well, and good, but you can't force a connection to be what it is not. Okay? Somebody is wanting and working really hard to make something be. Passion. Yeah. You have a lot of feelings, but I feel like these feelings are the result of a sexual connection that you deeply enjoyed, that you felt possibly a bond with this person in experiencing them. That is all true and right and honorable. You did feel a bond. but not a bond that's going to move into something more than what it is. So sometimes we don't really know how to hold space for the multiple ways in which love can show up to us. Love can show up in multiple, manifold ways, innumerable ways. Okay? But when we have our heart and mind focused on a particular type of relationship, when we really want a particular type, okay? We want our person that we do life with, every day with, we get up in the morning with, we go to bed at night, we pay bills with, we go to the mall with, you know what I'm saying? We go to Longhorn with, and you know what I'm saying? Get a little bit of them, them deep fried asparagus spills and shit with. We want that. So then when we meet something and love shows up this way, then we do one or two things. We either throw this away or we try to force this to be that. And in doing that, we can't honor this for what it is. Okay? So there's a lot of passion here, but I feel like there's maybe uh a need to let this go. If a divine partner is what you are really, really, really wanting, as I described, somebody to hold you and tell you, baby, it's going to be all right. And we going to get through this together. And we going to go on vacations together. And we're going to do life together. If that is what you're wanting, I feel Spirit is saying this ain't that. Okay. So if this is not that, and this is what you're in right now, you can't force this to be that, irregardless of the level of passion that you've experienced with this person. Okay? Honor the passion, right? Honor the passion. But if you're ready for a relationship, um you're not going to be able to sex this person into a relationship. You understand what I'm saying? I hope I'm saying that in a way that's understandable. You're not going to be able to just continue to seduce them into a relationship, because possibly this person is very good in the way that you've been connecting with them, like they're good in that way, but as far as what it is you're actually wanting in your heart, they may be a whole scoundrel. They may not be good for that. You understand? This is why you have to honor people for the energy that you find them in, and not expect more of them. Take them as they are. And if you can't take something about them, then it's time to just say, you know what, you cool people, but I can't do this no more, or I can't do that. And so maybe the relationship needs to just go to a platonic friendship, and just holler at me when you holler at me, right? But not trying to change and mold someone into something, because they may be very passionate when it comes to being a sneaky link, but when it comes to actually being your man or your woman, this person may have a lack of integrity. They may have a lack of character. They may have some things still going on in their inner child that they're not ready for that, and they're not going to be able to hold space. So even if you was to get this person to be in a relationship with you, hypothetically, you might end up with your heart broken by trying to get this particular individual to be more than what they can be. Okay? So, I mean, the more savvy you can get at respecting and honoring the energy of a person when they show up to you, the more freer your relationships can be, the more freer your heart can be, the more enjoyable people are, right? It gets unenjoyable when we have these false expectations, and then we're really looking for them to live up to the version of them we have created in our own head. And that's when the motherfucking problem come in. Okay? Because that ain't how that work. We have the reverse hangman. The passion got you stuck. You want something so bad with this individual, the passion has you stuck. So if you're really, 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 really trying to, have a divine partner, to settle down with somebody, to lock in with somebody. Spirit is saying this is not the person. So don't try to keep this tower from collapsing. All right. Don't hold on to the hope that this person will show up to you in a way that they're not going to. They're not going to, or they're not supposed to. Okay. Now let's get into this moving into this new beginning after you let this tower fall. Tell us more, Spirit. Charisma. Love flows to you. You radiate charisma and charm. Okay. So there's some magnetism here. Um, Tell us more. We have the right path. I don't take these in reverse. The right path. There's somebody that you are going to attract to you, but you would have to get on the right path. So right now, by holding on to this, you're actually delaying. You're delaying this individual who is going to bring you joy and love in your relationship with them, and magnetism. So you have chemistry, you have joy, you have love, you have support, you have successful completion of a relationship. But it's when you are on the right path. Tell us more, Spirit. Love is a beautiful journey and you're on the right path. The X. Healing from past heartbreak takes time. Be patient with yourself. It's time to get on the right path and put this in the past. Okay? Put this situation in the past. And that means both relationally and energetically. So if you're in this dynamic still, sharing bodies, okay, that in that connection, letting that tower fall, letting the relationship go and relating to this person go, because I feel like someone really wants more than just a sneaky link. So there is more ahead for you in love, in relationships, but this situation needs to be energetically and relationally put behind you. Put behind you. She's literally turning her back. She's turned her back and she's walked away. Okay? So somebody needs to walk away. And as you are walking away from this past situation, you're going to walk into this new situation that's going to be more reflective of what you want. Tell us more. What is this sun energy? Passion. Mm-hmm. Keep the flame of passion alive. It it's the heartbeat of love. Mm-hmm. This is going to be more of uh a mutual passion, but in all the ways in which a divine partner would actually radiate in. Like, it's nothing sneaky about it and there's nothing forced about it, is what I'm hearing Spirit say. You're not going to have to force this person to want to be where you are, be with you, do the breakfast, lunch, and dinner thing, go to Longhorn, get the bread and butter, okay? Make sure you get a little, you know what I'm saying? Little steakums and everything with you, It's not going to be forced. Now, this could be a past relationship that someone is actually being asked to move away from. All right. Dreams. Yep. So you're headed towards a love that you are dreaming of, right? That you're actually really wanting to experience. Letting this situation go, whether this is a past relationship, a past sneaky link, a past, little come over and, watch a movie or something, but the movie end up watching us type energy. But this is something that needs to come to a close relationally and energetically. And again, the hope that it will be is what may be holding you into the idea of it being this person. Letting go of the hope and seeing it for what it is. Stop hoping. And all that love sick and all that I miss them and all that sitting up thinking and all the time and all that feeling like you just gotta be them. That's my person and it just gotta be them, or I just love them and I don't know what I'm gonna do. All that will slowly begin to dissipate as you stop hoping. Because to be honest, if this is what it's supposed to be, if this is supposed to be a divine partner, you sitting up hoping that it's going to be is not going to make it be any faster than it's going to be. So there's no need to hope. There's no need to hope that they come back or they do right by you. There's no need. Just release it. Let it go. If it's going to be, if they a divine partner, the divine will make sure that you are in a partnership with them. There's no need to hold on to it. And this, when you think about it, this is kind of when you come to the realization like, this ain't the person. Because if this was my divine partner, why, and we already done some things. Why is there this pushback? Right? Like, why is the pushback there? Why is the failure there? Why is they don't call, they don't text, I don't know where they at, they only call me when they want some? And why is it like that if this was a divine partner? So someone that has experienced intense sexual connection and you're confusing that with divine partner. And again, no judgment. It has happened to the best of us. But there is a divine partner when you get on the right path and let this go. Let that tower fall. Don't be stuck in that energy. Okay? There's more than one individual, male or female, who can bring you intense passion. This is not the first time you've experienced, and I'm pretty sure it's not going to be the last time. You ain't got to hold on to the idea of one person. Okay? Don't have to do that. Tell us more about this sun, this dreams. There's a love there's a love that's coming towards you that feeds all of your passions, not just pleasure through sex. Pleasure through chemistry is not everything that you need. Wish. Whoosh. This is the love that you desire. Someone you wished for is coming into your life. Okay? But requires for you to walk away from the idea of someone else being that someone. It requires you to walk away. Hard truths. What is the hard truth? Unaligned. You're unaligned with someone. This path will be unfulfilling and starve your soul. You'll encounter unnecessary obstacles and challenges meant to redirect you. So this whole shebang bang is actually showing up for you to redirect you. Let it. Let it let it redirect you, because it's, so we have path on this card. This path, which path? This past path is redirecting you to the right path that is bringing you to the love that you desire, to the love that you deserve. But you have to see that. You have to see that you desire more than having to hope that someone sees you for all of the ways in which you bring value. Okay. But even in them not, you brought the value that you brought. They brought the value that they brought in the space and time that maybe both of you needed it. I feel like Spirit is saying that season is over. Okay. As good as it was, it's no longer needed. So knowing when to shift and how to shift, knowing how to be fluid, how to be spirit, how to be wind, knowing how not to let something like, a good sexual energy or a nice, good company or anything in any form, like anchor you down to where you can't continue to flow in your life and stay on your journey. If something hasn't showed up to be the exact thing that you're looking for it to be, then once you start feeling like that, that's at that point you're unaligned, because it's time to go. It's time for you to go, collective. Irregardless of whether you in, like, whether they didn't, you know what I'm saying, like got ghost on you or whatever. When it comes to the energy that you shared with that person, it's time for you to energetically go. Tell us more. So you're unaligned with someone, and it's time to redirect yourself and get on the right path so you can actually manifest what it is you truly want and your heart. We have playing safe in the reverse. You've been taking the easy path, and your laziness will not pay off. Start taking bold actions and challenge yourself to be bigger and better. Okay. Something is also showing up to push your standards, for you to raise your standards. All right. Um, and I feel like also this redirection is for your safety. Now, I don't know what that means, but it's for your safety. Could be the safety of your heart, safety of your mind, safety of your body, or all of it. Bad vibes. Yeah. So they're redirecting you because I don't know this other individual. I don't know if I'm speaking to this individual. I feel like I'm speaking to the person who is holding on to the idea of someone. Okay. But without me even knowing whatever they got going on, the other individual, Spirit is saying that this person has some sort of bad vibration, a lower vibration, or something is keeping you in a lower vibration of yourself. So there's a redirection here for your safety, to move you out of this lower vibrational energy. All right. Anything else, Spirit? Let's get some divine flow. Affirmations. Tell me when to stop. Take charge. Take charge. You're taking a back seat in a relationship or situation, and it may end up costing you time, money, or opportunity. You need to step up and regain control once again. So it's time for you to get out from under this uh seductive energy that has you kind of clouded. It's time for you to get back in control of your energy. Okay? You may also have to be the individual that calls it quits. That says, okay, I'm not. We can't do this no more. Like, you cool, you good people, no problem. But all of that right there, all that extracurricular, like, I gotta chill. You know what I mean? Like, um, you may have to be that individual. Forgiveness. Withholding forgiveness only hurts you and prolongs the pain. It's time to forgive someone or maybe even yourself so you can stay on the path of your highest potential. Right. So, um, that's another hard lesson that I learned is sometimes we hold on to the idea of someone being something we want them to be because we don't want to admit that maybe we participated in something that was beneath us to begin with. So there's a need sometimes to forgive yourself. Again, I learned that lesson first. And secondly, I learned how to honor myself, and that if I'm going to involve myself with anyone, then I involve myself in my own truth by allowing them to be truly who they are, seeing the relationship, the connection, the link up, the whatever for what it actually is. So I don't have to forgive myself once this shit is over. I got what I needed. They got what they needed. Everybody's happy. Okay. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not trying to have regret and stuff. So I don't, like, I learned how not to move in and out of dynamics or allow anyone to move in and out of my life under some false pretense. I live my truth. If all I want from you is to lay down with you, then that's all I want. You know what I'm saying? And I don't have to want more because I'm trying to hold up some idea of chastity or sanctity, or like, it don't have to be more than what it is. You understand what I'm saying? And when it is more, then I can honor that too. So you show up the way the dynamic requires. If everybody does that, then nobody is deceived. And you will find that when you show up in honor of what you want and what you see you can receive from another person, and if you choose you want that, then if they do show up and try to deceive you, there'll be no space for the deception, because it's like, I've already said what it is I want. This is what I want. So there's no tricking me to think that we're more than what we are, because I can already see that all I want is that, or what I want is that, right? Or what I can receive and what I can give is this. So setting your own standard as to what you can give is your first order of business, because it allows you to not end up with regret, right? I don't regret my time with this person because it was beautiful for what it was, right? So forgive yourself if you feel you need to, if you feel like you participated in something that was beneath you to begin with, because you created a narrative that it was going to be more and it turned out not to be that. It's okay. It's okay. We all grown. I hope. Shit. We all grown. It's okay. All right? Give us more. Release the hope. Forgive yourself if needed. Forgive this other person if needed. And then you'll step into a fresh start. I love it. And start over on the right path now. Seeing now what it is you want and what it is you don't want. Erecting your standards accordingly. Honoring them in every interaction. Fresh start, okay? You're being given the opportunity to begin again. Allow yourself to embrace this new life and open up fully to this gift that you've been given. This redirection happens in many different ways. We often get redirected. It's not a bad thing. It's a bad thing when we don't allow the spiritual redirection and we just hold on to something that spirit is ready for us to release so that they can move us into what we know we really want. and we deserve, whether it's in love, whether it's in money, whether it's in, some opportunity, whether it's in how to perceive yourself in a higher standard, whatever it is. When sometimes it's just time to let go. It's just time to let it go. Okay? There is something ahead of you, a relationship, a job, or whatever. There is something ahead of you that is sitting in the balance, hanging there, waiting for you to come get it. Okay? So release this, whatever this is, whoever this is, and go get your man or woman of your dreams. They right there. But you can't have that and this. Eh, uh, okay? This is not your divine partner. All right? Your divine partner is ahead of you. All right, collective? I hope this message brought confirmation and clarity for somebody, okay? I hope it reverberated for somebody. Please remember to shoot that thumbs up, like, comment. Let me know how it reverberated for you. Share it and hype it up. I want to thank all of my returning viewers, my subscribers, my soul tribe, Starseed family, gang. Love all you guys. If you are a new viewer, welcome in. And I hope that you will stick around, that you will subscribe and become a part of the tribe, okay? Come over here and vibe with us. We got good vibrations. Good vibrations for everybody all around. You get good vibrations. You get good vibrations. You get good You know what I'm saying? A little Oprah on you. But, if you need a personal reading, the link is in the description, babes. All right. It'll take you to my website. You can book and I'll get that done for you. Okay. I love you guys and I'll see you on the next one.